What's going on, y'all? In this video, I am here to talk to y'all about psychosis. So it's a little important video. Want y'all to pay attention and watch this again. Don't just watch one time and think you know it, think you understand it. Watch this again. You got to really just diagnose self. You got to really look at self and be like, damn, could that be me? Am I that person? Do I be doing that? And then just be honest. Y'all, one of the best affirmations that you could use for success is it's my ego and it's my subconscious. Every second of the day, 24/7, no matter how you feeling, anxiety, anger, lust, sadness, motivation, you want to fucking create something, you want to make a video, you want to start that drawing, start that painting, start working on that song, you want to fucking download Fruity Loops and start working on that beat. Say to yourself, whenever you feeling whatever resistance, just be like, yo, it's my ego. It's my ego that's feeling and debating and questioning if I should do it. And it's my subconscious that's programmed in a way to either keep doing this thing, to keep going in this direction, or to go in the opposite direction. When you doing shadow work, when you actually trying to get down to the truth of this reality, you got to put everything up on the table as a potential negative. You got to see how it's potentially affected you in a bad way. You got to see how your want, your desire for it. You got to just look at every single thing that you come across in your mind as something that could be negative, bad, unfavorable, contributing to your situation in a negative way. And that is including money. But then once you stop doing that, really, it's a tough thing, y'all. It's just like this. Yin fucking yang. Every single second, you're going to have to be battling yourself. You're going to have to go inside of self. You're going to have to listen to self. You're going to have to diagnose and do some shadow work. Because as long as we living, we always striving and continuing and making more changes, more cause and effect, more things going on. So you're going to always have to take a step back, put the brakes on, check your ego, check yourself, and then get back into the positive thinking, get back into the money-making attitude. That's that. Now, the cause and effects of psychosis. Listen, y'all, I got the standard Google definition, then I got the ChatGPT definition. Let's go to Google first. Psychosis is a symptom, not a specific illness, involving a loss of contact with reality, characterized primarily by hallucinations, sensing things not there, and delusions, false, firm beliefs. It causes severe disruption to thinking, emotion, and behavior. Hallucinations, delusions, disorganized thinking and speech, and behavioral changes. All right, boom. That's the motherfucking Google definition. Now let's read that definition one more time and break it down intricately. Psychosis is a symptom. A symptom is not the root of the problem. It's not the exact thing that's wrong. It's a symptom. It's a branch from the fucking tree. That's what a symptom is. So you want to get to the root of the problem, or do you want to look at the symptoms? Both things is worth looking at, but make sure you don't do one without the other. Involving loss of contact with reality. Now, that's my first problem with this definition, and that's my first problem with a lot of things. This term reality. Now, we got to really balance what reality is versus actuality. Actuality is the active 3D world that we're all living in. The term is called the aggregate. It's the aggregate society. It's the aggregate manifestation of what we all create. That is actuality. So people will say that you're not in tune with reality. You need to get in touch with reality. It's a false misnomer. And one thing I'm going to always do when y'all click on my videos is use technical terms. So right now I'm separating actuality, which is the world that we all live in, the 3D world, what is actually happening and going on actively, and your reality. What is real? What is real is in your head. It's your reality. It's your world. It's your mind. So this is not a loss of contact with reality. It's a loss of contact with actuality. It's a loss of contact with what is actually going on, what is actually taking place, how the world is actually feeling, and what is fucking happening. You get these thoughts. You fucking create enemies. It's all of them doing it, but it's not you. That's in your reality. You're creating that shit through your thoughts, through your subconscious, repetitious programming. All right, boom. Characterized primarily by hallucinations, sensing things not there. Now, of course, our imagination, it works for our benefit and our detriment. That's the third eye chakra. That's the sixth chakra. It works to your detriment and your benefit. Every single thing that you think, you're right. You're thinking it, you're creating it. For one, you're just pulling a quantum reality. So no matter how far off the thought is, the more that you think into it, you're pulling a quantum reality to you. Like the thought or the actual event of that thing taking place may be very far from your actual life right now. But the more you think it, the more you're going to bring it and attract it to you, no matter what it is. That's how this game of life works. This shit is magnetism. This shit is attraction. So let's talk about that quantum field, the quantum reality. You could just look at it like the infinite. You could look at it like the astral realm. You could look at it like an infinite thing connecting us. They say everything is connected through waves and particles. String theory. So the more that you just fucking dive on these thoughts, the more that you allow these thoughts to just fester for good or for bad. That's what y'all got to be careful of, because we all hallucinating our reality. We all bringing shit to existence. That's why psychosis, and maybe actually all of this mental health shit, bipolar disorder, autism, schizophrenia, psychosis, psychopathy, narcissism, however deep you want to go, all of those things is just labels that's telling you that you unfit for society. You need to fit in to the culture. You need to do what the culture says do. You need to abide by the laws. Something in your mind, something in your thoughts is off. Sir, you're schizophrenic. You're bipolar. Ma'am, let me diagnose you and give you these pills. All of that mental shit is just spiritual disalignment, spiritual unalignment. So to get back mentally right, to let all of those symptoms and all of those fucking diagnoses that they done put on you, the pharmacy, the medical company, you need to get spiritually aligned. And that's it. Oh yeah, so psychosis is just another one of them. But y'all gotta be real, and we gotta be real. We gotta be actual. Psychosis is a real deal, and that shit affects us extremely deep. Now let me give you the other half of psychosis. That's cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance paired with psychosis literally creates you to be so fucked up. It literally creates you to be everything that they want you to be in this society. No matter how much money, how many cars, how much clothes and hoes and followers you got, they fucking with your mind. They fucking with your energy. They fucking with your thoughts, emotions, and actions, and you not even knowing it. So psychosis, right? We got the whole definition of psychosis. A symptom, not a specific illness, involving a loss of contact with actuality. You're not in contact with what's true. You're not in contact with what is actually going on and happening and taking place around you. And that comes from everybody using bad definitions for words. Actually, we all are just substituting definitions. We're not accurately using definitions and technical terms when it comes to breaking down this game of life. So yeah, that's that. Basically, if we are actually, so we use the same lexicon. We all speak the same language, the same culture, especially here in America, and then any other culture worldwide. You're using the same lexicon, meaning the same form of words, the same slang. We kind of understand things by their tonality. We really know what you mean if you say this word, even though you may not be using it in the right context, according to the actual English proper definition. Now, even taking it from that aspect, we're all speaking fucking English. If you not white, if you're not hailing from England, then this is not your native tongue. So we're all speaking a language that is quote unquote the Queen's English, and we can speak it to a very proper level, or we can slang and fuck it up and just ebonics it, or we can speak it very proper. Now, proper and propriety is also another big mind control trap that has your ass deep in psychosis. Now, fuck, I feel like I just forgot to break something down, but let me break down propriety. It's basically falling in line, being good, being acceptable, being proper to the society, to the tradition, to your family, whatever it is, being proper to the standard tradition of what is accepted and what has traditionally been taking place. That's propriety. So to like have respect for elders and family members, that's talking about propriety. Yeah, and it's all about being proper. It's all about fitting in. So, fuck, goddamn. Just know, we're not speaking the English. We're not speaking our native tongue. A lot of us. Speaking English, for one, it's like the newest language and it's the most complicated. Because it's all word salad. They have to get us all mixed and commingled in with this whole fucking legal system. Your straw man, your social security number, your name in all capital letters versus your name in lowercase letters. All of these fucking intricate little linguistic games that they play on us, man, this shit has us all fucked up and raveled and tangled in this society. But let's get down to that untangling. Let's get some motherfucking clarity in this video. So yes, let's get down to the, cognitive dissonance. Yeah, this shit right here, another huge effect. Another primary thing that has your mind fucked up. Basically, cognitive dissonance is that tension, that feeling that you have. You can either ignore the feeling or you could probe the feeling. Most people just ignore it, but it's a feeling of distance between what you know and believe to be true versus what the world or what you're seeing is presenting to you. God, for instance, if God is this almighty creator that's supposed to be good, let's just take for that instance that he's actually good and doing shit that is in our favor. Why is all of this bad shit and chaos and suffering taking place? Now, that's one example of cognitive dissonance. If you're thinking that it's all, that's actually, what is that? Pascal's wager, I believe. It's basically that if God is all omnipotent and all knowing, he's either to create this world of suffering, that God is either not existing or that God is evil by nature. If he's all knowing and all powerful and he would still choose to allow all of this suffering and bad shit to go on, then that God is either non-existent or he's evil by nature. I think that shit is called Pascal's wager. Look it up. Show. Goddamn. Let's get down to the ChatGPT version. Flash cognitive dissonance for y'all real quick. Understand it, see it clearly. Cognitive dissonance, just like psychosis, is extremely individual. It's something that you got to get down to, but it's something that we all are going to suffer from. And it's going to be just like I said with the ego, how you got to always be attacking and looking, because your shadow is your shadow because you can't see it. And it's an infinite game, like as long as life is here. So just remember, like I said before, shadow work is like building wealth. So it's an infinite process of how much shadow work you can do. It's an infinite process of how much you can know thyself, how much you can look deep down into the who, what, where, why, how, and cause and effect of your life. How you done made this happen, how that didn't happen. How your shadow been creating this all your life and you ain't even been knowing it. You ain't even been realizing you got this fucking evil twin or this fucking good twin that's, literally keeping you alive through amongst all of the bullshit that you go through. So it's like, your shadow is just there creating some good, creating some bad, and you can't even see it. You don't even know what's happening. But just keep doing that shadow work because it's infinite wealth building. ChatGPT, talk to me. Psychosis is a mental state where a person loses touch with reality. Once again, they say that. When someone is experiencing psychosis, their brain may interpret the world in ways that don't match what others are experiencing. Now, that's huge. The brain not matching what others are experiencing. Essentially, like, y'all been through it. We all done been through it. Some of y'all is probably going through it deeper. And that shit kind of happens with Instagram and social media. You thinking is our narcissism as well. Narcissism and what this society creates, then once you put yourself out into the world, into this big hierarchy of life, this huge jungle of people in comparison, and you thinking you the best, you thinking you the biggest, the rawest, the coolest, and goddamn, everybody is not thinking that. So then what are you going to do? Be mad? Or are you going to look deep down into your individual psychosis? All right, before we go any further, let's make this clear. It's 4 forms of psychosis. You got mild psychosis, you got extreme psychosis, you got chronic psychosis, and then you got harmful psychosis. Mild psychosis can be looked at as something simple as religion. People going to church, bowing down, praying, and giving offerings, giving money to the motherfucking pastor. Then the pastor fucking riding around in a jet, but saying you need to be humble, you need to be meek. That's an example of cognitive dissonance. The people that still decide to go to church and waiting for Jesus to come. All right, so that's one thing. Then you got extreme psychosis. Extreme psychosis is essentially like basically somebody that is really angry, really upset, really sad, or really just depressed. And then that you're literally just mentally in your own reality creating all of these things, creating all of these names, these terms, these scenarios, these situations, creating all of these boxes and borders for yourself to live in. And then once you try to think and live outside of a border that you done created for yourself in your mind, a fucking mental trap, a mental prison, then it feels uncomfortable. You feel weird. Then you just get back and bottle yourself in. It's all type of forms, but extreme psychosis, that shit can clearly lead to suicide. It can lead to those extreme versions of depression where you can't get up and take a shower, where you don't have no will to live, where you barely want to eat, where you always crying, always sad. And then you got chronic psychosis. It's like a person just can't stay cool and normal for a minute. Then he just gotta find an enemy. Just gotta find somebody that don't like him. Just gotta find a bitch that's doing this. It's just always something with this person with chronic psychosis. You just finding examples all the time. That's when it's that mindset of it's all them. It's all them, but it ain't you. You gotta look into self. You gotta know that it's you. That's at least attracting the shit to you. You're at least causing the shit to happen. But that psychosis, it creep in when you just get angry, when you get upset. Now again, this society does just set it up to be this way. But you want to not fall into society's trap. This is one thing, y'all. When you're conscious and aware of the rituals that's taking place, all of these rituals that are here for you to fall into things like psychosis, anger, schizophrenia, bipolar. Yeah, that's really all the extreme version of psychosis is somebody that's bipolar to an extreme level. Because we all got two sides of us. We all got multiple sides of us. So it's like a person just ready to flip. Multiple times a day, they just constantly, it's something different. Chronic psychosis. They can't stop themselves from falling and spiraling into that. Then you got harmful psychosis. That's when people end up yelling, screaming, throwing shit, motherfucking driving reckless, all because of some words that somebody else done said to them. Just imagine, y'all, a lot of people don't even be touching us. This should be literally words and symbols and sounds that make you get so angry, so riled up, so ready to crash out. People don't even be touching you, but that tone, that vibration, that energy, your own ego identifications, your own expectations of reality, then other people start giving you something different. So yeah, be very careful, be very keen on it. But that harmful psychosis, you really got to stay away from these people because it's really what a toxic individual is. All of that shit about toxic masculinity, toxic femininity, whatever a person is not, they're not going to like. So yeah, whatever you're going to label it toxic, label it this, label it that. If a person is not this, if you are not whatever a person is that you deem toxic, you just not going to like them. The same thing as good versus evil. Can't think of the phrase right now, but for every God, there's a devil. For every devil, there's a God. Someone's God is someone's devil. Someone's devil is someone's God. So that's just that polarity with that. But whoever that toxic person is, it's a good chance that they may be more sane than you. They may be more sane than whatever quote unquote non-toxic person. But harmful psychosis is what I'm determining and deeming a real toxic person. Someone whose mental identity and emotions and their own attachment to self and beliefs, that shit ends up becoming harmful to other people. And of course, harmful in ways that you end up killing somebody, end up really hurting somebody physically, suicide bombers, like just those extreme levels of psychosis and mental attachment. But yeah, that's psychosis, y'all. So, modern day is just a lot of people with mild forms of psychosis, yet chronic. And that's because of social media, because it's chronically having you in a state of depression. It's chronically having you fucking attached to an idea. It's chronically having you ready to defend yourself. It's chronically having you to argue and debate a topic. It's chronically having you looking at the news and then you identifying with people that's in your same demographic and group, got your same beliefs. But you gotta really diagnose and get down to the bottom of this shit. I'm not here to help you diagnose it, because I'm not here to tell you that you have psychosis. You got to put it on yourself and just see the forms of psychosis that you have. I'm gonna break down the difference between psychosis and psychopathy, a psychopath, in a second. But that's the thing. I'm not here to diagnose you. I'm not here to tell you you have it. I'm not here to tell you how to improve or fix yourself or be better, because lead that to the doctors and the pharmacists. That's also not going to tell you that we living in a controlled society, which is the main form of psychosis that we're all under, and them included. So yeah, maybe that's the real diagnosis. Maybe that's what y'all all need to come to grips with. But beside that, a psychopath is actually kind of a good thing in this psychopathic, fucked up, crazy world. You actually need to be very in tune with your psychopath. You need to be very in tune with that side of you that is ready to kill, ready to attack, ready to defend, ready to fucking run, jump, fucking escape from somewhere. But you gotta have a fucking animal inside of you. You gotta have an absolute animal inside of you. You gotta be able to turn off the empathy, turn off the emotions, turn off the compassion, and turn up and kill when needed. That's absolute real shit. You gotta get in tune with your psychopath. But psychosis in any way, shape, and form is actually a big detriment, especially in this world, because you're gonna have even existential psychosis when it comes to death, when it comes to your own mortality, when it comes to thinking about, goddamn, well, how long am I gonna live? How am I gonna die? Like, damn, people are really dying around me. Like, this is really life. We just live and we die and we don't know when we're gonna die. So then it's like existential psychosis. But just know it's maladaptive. It has no technical value. It's just not good to be in any form of psychosis in this world. I promise you this. Because even if you is having shame and guilt for your psychopathic traits, that's gonna have you getting deep into some type of form of mental psychosis, just fucking mad at yourself, questioning yourself, going back and forth with yourself. And that just leads to anxiety, depression, suppression, all of these things that hold us back. But I will let y'all know that we're just living in a fucked up world, a very fucked up and backwards, chaotic world. So with that being the case, it's like it's more conducive to psychosis. It's more conducive to schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, extreme forms of depression, suicidal thoughts. But yeah, I don't know what the therapist is telling you. I don't know what everyone else is telling you. I'm telling you that this whole world is literally made for you to feel this way. If you ain't a fucking elite, if you ain't a Rothschild, if you ain't on Epstein Island, Epsteining with Jeffrey Epstein, if you ain't Epsteining with Epstein, this shit is made for you to feel the ways that you feeling. Literally. And then they benefit off the more people that feel this way. But you still choose to be alive. You still choose to give your energy to the system. You still choose to work a job, even though you're going crazy. You fucking hallucinating, depressed, seeing things. Your energy and your mind is fucked up. Hopefully not my people. Let me know if y'all strong throughout all of this bullshit. It's an active war on your mind. It is an active war on your mind and this planet. It's nothing else than that. So it's like, yeah, they go to war physically. They bomb in other countries. That shit is for money and territory and influence and power. But they gotta have that war already done on people to even make them go and fly and bomb another country. They gotta have fucking mind control already on citizens that deep to tell them to get in a jet, to armor up and go drop this bomb on this building and potentially kill them, these other citizens, these Iranian babies and motherfucking Ayatollah. They already have to be under mind control for that to take place. So this whole world is just under mind warfare, and it's up to you to free your mind from this shit. The psychosis, the depression, it all. Shit. The other thing that they talked about was drugs, substance use. And I actually realized that shit keenly. Oh God. Listen, y'all, I've recovered deeply from all of my psychosis. Y'all they done fucking stripped my mushroom videos off of YouTube, but my acid vlogs is still up. And actually, it's springtime. I'm about to tap so deeply in with acid vlogs when the time comes, when I fucking come across them. Maybe I just need to take a trip to SF, grab me about 100 tabs, come back and get right. But either way, y'all, just look forward to that. But they talked about drug use. I've recovered from all of mine, so I'm here to help y'all recover too. But basically, alcohol and weed and all drugs. This is why kids be so happy and so free. This is why animals be so happy and so free. They not using drugs and alcohol. And the drugs and alcohol really just tap you in spiritually, so then you get more questions of life, questions of immortality, questions of demons, questions of you just get more in tune with the spirit realm. That's all that is. But it then makes the physical world a little bit disillusioned. The matrix of it all, the whole, just the system of nature itself. Nature is an endless feeding system, y'all. Nature is not your friend. Nature is just indifferent. Nature is neutral. Same fucking letters. Nature is absolutely neutral. This shit is not good. This shit is not positive. This shit is not beneficial to you. This shit is just you. This shit is just human existence. So kids be all free because they done ain't ran into the harmful things of life. They just living, they just new souls incarnated into a new body at the very least, with a developing brain. Animals just going through this shit, really just extensions of nature. Don't even have a divine spark of consciousness, no language, no perception, no will. Well, they got will, but no language, no imagination, just motherfucking doing, just acting and reacting off their habitat and environment, and then ready to eat and kill you if you get in their way, if you look like food to them. Babies fucking running in the street have no idea of what is going on, of the dangers in this world. But then when you start taking drugs and alcohol, that shit just makes shit more real. It just makes shit more real. It just puts you more in tune with truth. It puts you more ready to just accept and confront certain things. It is gateway. It's literally a gateway to the spirit realm. But it's the reason why, it's the reason why they promote it so heavily in America, because America is just a big party. We pay our taxes year round and have guns and alcohol stores and all of the freedom of speech and expression that we have. We work so hard, we work year round here in America for those luxuries. So know that and understand that and be cool and grateful about that. But goddamn, yeah, other countries, they be banning that shit. They don't want people tapping in on those levels. They really want to keep them at a kid-like state, at an ignorant state, at a state not questioning shit. But here in America, we is way too woke. Way too woke. It's way too over here in America. So be cool with it, y'all. Be good with it. Be absolutely good with it. Be cool with it, man. It's like, I'm so grateful to be in America. I'm so grateful for my thoughts. I'm so grateful for my past. So grateful for my future, my family, my ability to just communicate and then make shit better. Because that's all you do in life is communicate with people and make shit better. You make your relationships better through communication. That's all you got to do is be real. Just approach a person, approach a situation, and tailor it to be in your best benefit and their benefit, so you negotiate a win-win. Most people is out here negotiating win-loses. That's all they want, is to win and see other people lose. All these relationships, women want to be dominating a man, women want to be on top, women want to be fucking praised and pedestalized, men want to dominate a woman, men want to have her just fucking following after him, don't have no say-so, don't have no opinion, or just not listening to her, degrading a woman, not giving her the time of the day, whatever it could be. It works both ends in this world because they also have us under a fucking gender war. Know that to be extremely sure. They have you under psychological gender warfare. That's why feminism has created women to think how they think to men, has created them to think that they deserve and are, entitled to this, that, the other. The patriarchy system is not no better. It's just a reaction, or feminism is just a reaction to the patriarchy system. And the patriarchy system is just violence. The patriarchy system is just extreme violence, captivity, dominance, and a big power game. So the feminism is just a reaction to that. But they don't help. They actually just make it worse. You can't fight fire with fire. You gotta fight fire with water. And that's it. But yeah, man, so many traps, y'all. So many traps to fall into. So many psychological traps. It's like you literally gotta duck and dodge, dip and swerve at every single moment. Because yeah, your psychosis and all of the mental shit that you gotta deal with, but then dealing with other people and them going through it. That's why talking on the internet and actually trying to give life advice, I want to let y'all know it's one of the biggest decisions that you'll ever make. Because yeah, you can just be a gamer, you could just be rapping, making music, you could fucking just be vlogging, you could just be funny, you could be doing comedy, you could be just not taking life so serious. Because I'm telling you, y'all fucking with me, and I want to help everybody fuck with me and be able to free their mind and tap in. But the masses of people is just not going to sit around and try to improve their own life. They only want, they only desire. They don't want peace. The peace is the opposite of war. Most people is already war-minded. They selfish-minded. They desire-minded. They only think about them, their family, possessions, and material. And some of y'all too, it's okay. That's why I'm saying you don't have to be talking on the internet. It's a whole fucking extreme scheme and game of life. And when it comes to trying to give advice and trying to help somebody, it's just a lot of shit to consider. It's a lot of shit to consider. So basically, you can't save everybody. Don't try to save everybody. I do this shit because it's my soul's mission. It's my passion. It's my purpose. And I actually love it. I'm actually starting to really enjoy it. But I'm very well aware that people is just not going to care to do things that's not going to benefit them immediately, right away, or it's not going to entertain them, zap them with comedy or good feelings. I'm telling you to tap in and do shadow work and really fucking look deep inside of self. But this is for y'all that want to remove the psychosis, remove the cognitive dissonance, remove all of these mental things that they're going to diagnose you with on this planet. Because really, you're just a soul having a human experience split down into man or woman. So you got to come to all of these conclusions. You got to see how it's just a war for your mind at every turn. The gender war is extremely real. All of the psychological warfare, shit getting you to consume and spend a bunch of money at every single turn, it's like, god fucking damn. But yeah, man, just be careful if y'all, before y'all choose to start talking on the internet. Because the biggest thing, you can manipulate the persona and your perception of people in an extreme way. But as soon as you start opening yourself up, I think you more so just get attached to helping people. Your empathy and your compassion will get attached to seeing other people maybe make some different changes and get results in their life, as opposed to you just doing the selfish thing that you want to do, as opposed to you just making your music, making your money, entertaining, making people laugh, or vlogging or traveling. But all of this spiritual talk, all of this mental talk, decoding life, again, like I said, really, if you even gonna think about giving life advice, just get familiar with the word occult. Just really study it, really understand it. Gnosticism, antinatalism, because it's like, I believe that there's so many people out here that is going through extreme depressions, extreme mental and bad shit, that to just give one little solution to life is actually ignorant. To just say, oh, just make money. Oh, just read. Oh, just work out. Oh, just start eating healthy. Like, nah, it is so many extreme things about this game of life. And then you really just get into this idea of, do you want to reincarnate back into this realm? I swear I ain't been ending my videos off with all of this, but it's because, like, the cycles of life, y'all, it get that deep, it get that real, dealing with people and relationships. And then just the potential gamble of coming back as a baby and having to grow up and be an adult and do this shit all over. Y'all could look at little kids right now, 10 years and under, like, damn, you're going to have to go through so much. You're going to have to see so much. It's going to be so much that's out of your control that's just going to be happening to you because of other people. And you're going to have to just learn and adapt. So do you really want to take the risk of doing that shit all over again, being born with a baby brain, then forgetting this whole process of life? That's why the Gnostics said, nigga, free your mind, get mental salvation, and get the fuck off of earth. As a soul, you need to get out of here. You need to move on, go to a new dimension, return back home to the monad of consciousness. But this whole reality, this is a split reality of boundaries and bodies and competition. And it's always going to be people going through things, and your empathy and your heart and your compassion is going to be attached to it. No matter what we go through here on earth, this shit is going to be bad. This shit is we going to feel something. Somebody pass, somebody go through some chronic, tragic event. We going to feel it. You yourself, we all got things in store for us that's going to happen. And then, goddamn, what can we do? We be strong. We stay in control. We keep our mind high. We keep our faith strong. And everything will fall in line. Everything will fall in line, y'all. But these mental tools, these mental perspectives that I'm giving you, you must take it and you must utilize it and mix it in and twist it with your own life. You must absolutely take this shit and make something of it. You must alchemize the information, because that's all it is information. And I'm truly here to tell you, no book is going to do it. No fucking seeking of the truth of God is going to do it. No fucking trying to figure out who started the war and what's going to happen. And no trying to be attached to another person's life and their decisions and what they doing and how they doing it. It's all you. It's all you that must come to grips with self and live and figure out your why and truly figure out what you gonna do when you die. How are you gonna feel? How do you feel about this reality, this whole life in general, right now in this moment? And if you were to die in this moment, would you want to come back and reincarnate? Or would you want to move on and leave this shit all behind? Because it's deep. It's deep, it's deep, it's deep, it's deep, it's deep, it's goddamn deep. But psychosis, I love y'all. Stay godlike.